Good morning students. Welcome to the class. See, we have completed up to chapter 9 and today we are going to start the next chapter, that is our water resources. This is chapter number 10, our water resources. So I want you to open your textbooks and be ready with this chapter. See, in this chapter we are going to learn about the importance of water and what are the various sources of water. See here, water. Water is very essential for us. That means all the living things, they cannot live without water. Whether animals, human beings or plants. We all need water to survive. See here, I have written some points. Water is used for drinking, cooking, bathing, washing and also for growing crops. That means water is used in various activities. Then rain. Rain is the source of water. That means the maximum water that we receive on earth we get from rain. So rain is one of the most important source of water. Then amount of rainfall. The amount of rainfall varies in regions. That means in different regions they will have the amount of rainfall also in a different way. Some regions will receive more rainfall as compared to the other regions. So in our country we can say the amount of rainfall varies. It varies from place to place. See, the first topic that we are going to discuss today is irrigation in India. That means how the irrigation is done in India. See, what is the meaning of irrigation? Irrigation means to water the plants. See, in our country, most of the people are involved in growing crops and they need water for the plants. That means water is very essential for plants. So, irrigation is required in growing plants. So these are the four methods that are generally used for irrigation purpose. First one, tanks. They use tanks. They store water in tanks. Second, wells and tube wells. Third is canals. And fourth one is dams. Now we will study about these four in detail. Yes, see students, the first method of irrigation is tanks. See, tanks, it is the oldest means of irrigation. For irrigation purpose, it is one of the most oldest form of irrigation way. Then, it is a small reservoir. That means it stores the amount of water in it. And tank is generally having four walls. It has four walls where the water is stored. And this water is used in dry seasons. That means during the summer season, the water for irrigation purposes are used from the tanks. Then this method is generally used almost in all the states of our country. And here are some of the names of the states where tank, that means tanks, the reservoirs is used. They are Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha and Chhattisgarh. So these are the main states where the method of tank reservoir is used for the irrigation purposes. Irrigation is wells and tube wells. See, wells are used to bring the underground water. That means wells are dug to bring out the underground water. And in wells nowadays we see that they use electrical and diesel tube wells to get the underground water easily, because in earlier time they used Persian wheel. The wheel was used to get the underground water from the well. But nowadays electric or diesel tube wells are used to bring that water out for the irrigation purposes, because it is easy to use and it is more helpful in bringing the water easily. Then the states where this method is used, they are Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Bihar, Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat. So these are the states where wells and tube wells method of irrigation is still used, and Persian wheel is still used at various places. where there is no electric or diesel tube wells. The third method we have is the canals. This is the third irrigation method used in our country. See, canals, these are the man-made channel. This is a man-made channel and it is made from a river. That means water is diverted from the river or a stream to a field. That means a small passage, or we can say the way is made, distributary is made from the river or the stream towards the agricultural field. A small canal which is taken from the river or the stream and the water is taken towards the field. Then there are small sub-canals. There are many small sub-canals that you can see in the agricultural field and they are known as distributaries. They are known as distributaries. So this is the third main method of irrigation used in our country. For the canals, they are also used in the northeastern states mostly, where the canals are used for irrigation. Then the fourth method is of dams. See, what are dams? Dams are the wall built across a river to hold back the flow of water. Dam is a very big wall which is constructed to stop the flow of the river. That means it holds the flow of the water. Then special gates are made in that wall so that the flow of water can be closed or opened at the time of need. That means the dam is a very big wall constructed to stop the flow of water and it has many special gates which are opened and closed to maintain, or we can say to regulate the flow of water. Then there are many canals made out of the dam which regulates the flow of water to the fields. That means from the dam, the water which is there, and from that the canals are made and that canals carry the water towards the fields. Then it is also used in most of the northern and coastal areas. That means the dams are used for the irrigation purposes in northern and coastal areas. So in today's class we discussed about the irrigation methods, tanks, then we discussed about the wells and tube wells to bring out the underground water, then we discussed the canals, and in the last we discussed about the dams. So in today's class we discussed about the importance of water and the various methods of irrigation. So I hope you understood today's class, whatever topics we discussed. And if you find any doubt, you can contact us. So stay safe in your homes and do the work there. Thank you.